Hey guys, Jonah here, back with a beer review and doing another one from Angels of the North, similar to the one the other day. And if you remember, um, the beer that I did was Three Brothers, but it was via Full Circle. And although there was nothing in here about Three Brothers, there is a whole double-paged article about Full Circle Brewing. Um, and there's a couple of different beers, but today is the first one. And I thought I'd try and link it together. So linking yesterday's beer with today's. But this is one of their own ones. Um, hopefully it will focus on there. Hocus pocus. Let's focus. Full Circle Brew Co. And this one's called Blackened Sky, which is a coffee porter. Interesting. And I like this. There's a sort of weird space kind of scene, and then they've got the slash. Oh, the other way around. There we go. You've got the slash, the oblique, the hyphen, however you want to say, which is Full Circle's type of thing. All their cans have this sort of this dab. They're dabbing, which is kind of cool. And I like the space scene. There was a weird thing that I read in the news today that a lot of the Star Trek actors who've died, or not all of them, but some of them, the original series, I should say, a Trekkie. I'm quite a Trekkie. Um, their ashes went into space because they were going to drop them on the moon, which I thought was quite cool. However, it was a private venture, and there was Klingons on the starboard bow, or something like that. And the spacecraft that they were on, their ashes were on. It was all robot controlled, so no people were left up there. It failed, and now the Star Trek crew's ashes are satelliting the Earth, which I think, in a weird irony, is actually pretty cool. I don't think they would have minded, to be honest. There we go. And there's that space scene. That's why I was saying, because of this kind of space scene weirdness on there. Right. Sorry about that, dear viewer. Let's see if we can show some stuff on here. So what's that say? Sessionably made or seasonably made? Need to get my eyes checked. Keep cold and carry on. But interesting stuff on here. We've got Foggles hops, which is good. We've actually got some proper coffee in there. Gold box house blended coffee. 5% ABV, small can. We've got the Plato, the degrees Plato down here, which is kind of cool. There's the address down there. Newcastle, Newcastle. But it's imported by Lancaster, which is weird considering an Irish company is importing a beer that was actually brewed in England, which is weird. Right, what do we got on here? We have beer. Just says barley. Okay, well, that's fair enough. And we have some blurb that is not on the can, which I'm going to read from my computer, but I will hold this can up, which is kind of cool, which I kind of like. And it's gone out of focus again. Wow, come on, camera. There we go. Blackened Sky. It says the wonderfully robust and dark brew boasts an abundance of rich roasted coffee flavour. Complementing this are earthy and woody tones, providing a well-rounded taste. Despite its bitterness, the balance achieved makes it a truly enjoyable experience for both coffee and beer enthusiasts alike. Do 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 do. And this hasn't been in the fridge, but I don't know if you can see, it's a bit squidgy. So I'm not that worried that this is going to explode, but we'll give it a pressure test. No, nothing. So that is good. Signal gooder. Signal gooder, Captain. God damn it. Damn it, Jim. I'm a coffee porter. Not a... No. I'm a doctor, not a coffee porter. There we go. Would help if I hadn't have had a couple of beers. Actually, 3 beers I've had already. Because I took my car in for the MOT and it failed. But while I was waiting, I had 3 halves and some food, so I was okay to drive. Two Fingers head. Look at that head. Lovely colour. Really deep, sort of dark cream. Uh, almost coffee-like. It's like a cremolaya. Let's see if it will focus on those bubbles. Nah. There we go. There are some big bubbles. Down the bottom, there are some very, very small bubbles. But look at that. Really, really nice looking beer, that one. Okay, let us do, because this can is quite cool. Pull that back a bit, out a bit, left a bit, right a bit. And there's a cheesy grin for you, because I know how you like loving the cheese. Ooh. There is some coffee there. There is also some, yeah, some malty kind of. This is going to be interesting. Is this going to be another astringent focus beer? We shall see, dear viewer. We shall see. Just rolling that around, and the color is really, really nicely dark. It's pretty black, actually. I was going to say it's a hint of brown, but that's not the beer. That's the head itself. So, Fuggles hops we know. We've got crystal malt in there. The base malt is best malt, best ale malt, should I say. So, pint of best from the good old days. Carafa 1. We've got brown malt in there. We've got chocolate malt in there, and we've got more Carafa. Lots of different malts in there. Cheers and beers, dear viewer. Let's see what we get out of this bad boy. Wow. Ooh, I'm going to sneeze. Sorry, dear viewer. Oh, wow. Oh, holy Jesus. I don't think the coffee in this beer has made me sneeze. I think my cat has been sitting on my chair again, and I'm actually allergic to my own cat. I mean, you couldn't make this kind of stuff up, but it is true. Yeah, nice, deep, rich. Interestingly, quite watery. It's not a superbly uh, dark espresso type of coffee, I guess. You're gonna have mixed the coffee into, I imagine, after the brew's complete. I guess that's how they do it. Um, but yeah, not. I was expecting full on astringent, but I'm not getting that at all, which is nice. It's reasonably dry, not very sweet either, which is cool. It's right in the middle. I'm not getting that much of the actual beer. I'm getting more from the coffee, which I think's a bit bizarre. Um, but but then Fuggles hops. Some people don't like it because it's too earthy and kind of spicy and rich. But for a coffee porter, it's a perfect kind of hop because it melds nicely. It's got that grittiness. It's got that kind of earthy sod kind of taste. You know, when you were a child and you used to eat dirt, or maybe that was just me, but I'm sure a few of us sod eaters are out there. Um, and it gets in your teeth and it's all gritty and dark, and maybe you have to pull a worm out of your mouth and all that kind of stuff. Kind of what this is like. It's really smooth. It's really weird. This is a good beer purely because everything works together. Everything's nicely balanced. Nothing really obscene stands out, but weird because it's got coffee in. So you would have thought, the coffee would stand out, but it doesn't really. There is a little bit of astringency there, but again, it's from the coffee. I think it's not from the malts at all. The beer is a really, really super base, from which the robustness of the coffee can kind of take the lead. But does it fully do that? I don't know. It's a really, really good mix. Like I said, a little bit watery, supposedly 5%, but it doesn't taste like that. And maybe the coffee's kind of waking me up a little bit. When I was a young man, or younger than today, vodka Red Bulls were the thing at the student union. I think at one point they were 50p for a vodka Red Bull, and it's not a full glass. It was almost like a shot kind of thing. Vodka Red Bull, 50p. If you went down to the student union at a certain time, so you'd knock them back, and you'd be hammered, but you couldn't sleep, and you're twitching. How more people didn't die, I've got no idea. But the city traders in the city of London, they used to do things like that. They used to do other naughtier things, but vodka Red Bull was one of their things. Those chaps, the ones with the red braces and the gaudy ties and the heart attacks waiting to happen. You know what I mean. Um, think of that, but a mellower version. Coffee, porter, mixed together in the same glass. This is what you get, but it's really mellow. Mm. We got some nice tide lines. There's the top one. There's another one. They are distinct. And on the back side, we have the kind of Jackson Pollock, or you know, David Bailey. No, what's that thing called? The Splash. I can't remember. It's not David Bailey. David Hockney. That's the one. Look, it's the Head Splash. Not that kind of head, but the head on your glass. I think that's quite a nice beer, actually. If you can get hold of this one, why not try it, my dear viewer? Full Circle Brew Co. Blackened Sky Coffee Porter at 5%. I would say this is one to watch out for. If I ever go back up to Newcastle again, I've been through there a few times. Um, there's definitely a few different breweries and stuff I'd love to try. If there's a tap room for Full Circle, I'd definitely visit there and get, maybe a few jugs of beer and definitely a few cans. Anyway, dear viewer, 'tis Unclejona here, drinking beer, drinking coffeed beer, so you guys don't have to. We'll be back real soon with more beer reviews. Until then, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and remember, Shalom.